PDFs are a normal part of our everyday experiences. You and I have them emailed to us on a consistent basis. One of the challenges I found is the inability to actually type responses on the actual PDF. I have to print the PDF, handwrite, check off my responses, then scan the PDF, and then email it back to whoever sent the PDF to me in the very first place. But what if I told you there's a much more efficient way? Let's talk about it on today's episode of Darrin Teaches Tech. Welcome to Darrin Teaches Tech. My name is Darrin Woods, and we're going to talk about a particular software that is slowly but surely becoming a part of my everyday experience, and that is Nitro PDF Pro. What we're going to talk about today is what exactly involves the software. What is it? And secondly, we're going to talk about the use cases. Why is it something that should matter to you as it does to me? And then we're going to actually go through and walk through a number of different demonstrations. And then lastly, I'm going to talk a little bit more about the Setapp suite. That is something that includes the Nitro PDF Pro software. So what is Nitro PDF Pro? Well, quite simply, it's a software that will enable you to edit a PDF, adding field lines, text fields, adding check boxes, and a number of different things, allowing you to actually create responses on the PDF that has been sent to you, and also something that will enable you to save that edited PDF for future use, whether you email it to someone else, whether you want to just keep a hard copy for yourself, or if you want to print a document with you, or print a document for yourself, I should say. Let's talk about a few use cases with regard to this software. I talked a little bit about it a little earlier, but I want to dig a little bit deeper, if you may, because one of the benefits I have found is this will enable me to complete registration event forms that are downloadable and available on different websites. This can be used for a registration for a particular picnic or a school function. If you have any information that you're asked to complete, and that's emailed to you by your doctor before you visit them and things of that nature, all these are use cases for Nitro Pro PDF, or PDF Pro, I should say. So let's talk more about it. And the best way I think that it's beneficial for you to understand the software, to make it easy to understand and easy to use, is to actually walk through a demo. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch to demo mode here. And this happens to be one of the pages from a PDF taken from a course that I offer. And if you'll notice right over here, there are areas for people to write responses in terms of blank spaces. You also have lines here, and you also have some information over there as well. Well, this presumes a number of different things. First of all, it presumes that the individuals are going to print the page and then write the answers to it. But what if you, like me, really don't want to deal with downloading the PDF? We actually want to make the changes on the PDF. All right, so let's take a look, and we're going to do a little deep dive into the software here. So again, this is Nitro PDF Pro, you see right up here. And the first thing we're going to do is what I love about this software, and that is basically tell the software to fill in any fields that are something that's easily recognizable. So I'm talking specifically about the lines with the boxes right here. Okay, so we're going to first tell Nitro PDF Pro to fill in those spots with fields, and those fields will enable us to later type information on them. So I'm going to go up here to edit, and I'm going to go all the way down to where it says create fields from page. And I want you to notice what happens. I'm actually going to scroll up a little bit, scroll down a little bit so you can see the changes that are made in this section right here. All right, so again, edit, and we're going to go to create field form fields for the page. Here we go. I'm going to click it, and it's going to ask a series of different questions. Basically, are you sure you want to do this, etc. Are you sure? Pinky swear? Yes. Continue to OCR. And it takes, depending upon how long your document is or how many pages it is, it takes a couple seconds. So you notice that something has already changed within these boxes, and it's very, very subtle. If I were to click right inside this box here, I can begin typing my response here. I'm not very sure what to say. And then I can click anywhere on it, hit return, and then go to the next line as well. All right. Same thing for the box that's right over here. I can click in here. What topics do you enjoy talking about with others? Batman. I love Batman. So why wouldn't I talk about Batman? Okay. So that's the changes that have been made on the document within Nitro PDF Pro. We're going to make some more changes, and then we're going to look to see how these changes would appear on an actual PDF document. But I want to give you a flavor for how things work so far in the software itself. All right, so let's just say at this particular point, what I want to do is I want to create text field, form lines here that will allow individuals to type to the right of the bullets here. And I also want to do the same thing for the bullets over here. All right. So and this time, rather than going to the edit, I'm going to use and go to the tools portion. And I'm going to go all the way down to where it says text field. Now you notice there are a number of different options available. Text field, which will allow individuals to type text, a checkbox field, etc. We're going to go through a few of these a little later, but I'm going to click text field, and then I'm going to simply draw, or not quite draw, format, if you will, a rectangular text box. Now here's the one thing that threw me for a loop there. You want to delete where it says the word text. Otherwise, on the actual form, it's going to, let me create it there. On the actual form, it's going to include the word text. And I'm going to do the same thing for this bullet right here. Not necessarily the most even, but you get the idea. I'm going to move this over a little bit here. All right. I'm going to get rid of the, don't want to do that. One thing I like to do after I've created the fields I want to create, I go back up here and click the arrow, and that basically allows me to click inside of and delete text rather than deleting the whole box, which is what happened there. And I realize this third one is really, really small here, so I'm going to actually go back and I'm going to make another one. One thing you want to avoid doing is copying, because if you were to copy, if you were to create this area here and then copy that box here and then copy it here, what will happen is whatever the person types in the first box rectangle will be the same for all three. So you don't want to use copy here. I know it's somewhat counterintuitive, but it's something you want to avoid doing. So let me go here, and go again back here, click here, and just get rid of the text. And so now I can click inside. What are some reasons why you heard other people wanting to podcast? I'm gonna click in here. I think it fantastic. Or you know what? I'm just going to say, think it's cool. All right. So we have them in the slide over here. Look over here just a minute here. Okay. All right. So you had a response there. Perfect. Now the same principle for down here as well. You can add those fields as well. But here's another thing that I like about this software. So the PDF has already been created, but let's just say I want to add something to the PDF that's originally not in it. So I'm going to go back up here to Tools, and this time, rather than the text field, I'm going to select I'm going to go the check button here. And I'm going to drag and create this right here. And I'm going to, now, let's see here. I'm going to use best practice here and do it again. I always like to do this twice. It could very well be that it recognizes the first one from the second, but I just like to, go back to, let me undo this here and scroll, make another one, go over here, arrow, line this up. And this time, rather than leaving the text as text, I'm going to type yes, and then I'm going to type no. And I think you see the benefit of this, even again, if the document didn't have these responses. So what's going to happen is people can check off the, oops, let me move it to the arrow there. People are going to be able to check either yes or no. Now I'm going to hold off doing that in just a minute. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete this information here that we have typed inside the document. And I'm going to save it, because now what I want to do is I want to show you what it looks like as a PDF. So far we've been working within the document itself. So let's take a look to see what it looks like as an actual PDF and how you would go about editing that. All right. So I'm going to go here and I'm going to, let's see here. I'm going to open this document here, and I'm going to shrink some of this information here that really is not important to see here. I'll slide this over just a little bit here. All right, so move this down just a little bit so we can see the doc a little bit better. All right, so imagine this is the PDF, which it is. We're actually in Adobe. So imagine that you are the person now completing this information as a PDF. So what are some reasons you've heard other people give for wanting to podcast? I'm going to click in here. It helps people share their ideas. And notice, again, by not copying each of these text fields within Nitro PDF Pro, it's not going to copy my responses. So that's the benefit, and that's the reason why you don't want to copy the design in the software. That's going to put one more response here. Helps people make money. Hey, why not? Okay, now I'm going to scroll down a little bit, and notice again we added the yes and no boxes. We didn't have anything in terms of text to add to that, but we could have if you wanted to. So now I'm going to click yes, or I can deselect that and I can click no, and those are boxes to edit. And then I'm going to move this up just a little bit so you can see it. These are the questions from before, and why do I want to produce a podcast? Sharing this with people. Now, One thing you notice here that the typing is a little bit below the line. That can be changed very easily if you go back into Nitro and move the text field up a little bit there. So sometimes it's not an exact science. But again, in this particular case, imagine I'm done with the document, I save it, and then I go ahead and print it. So again, that's what Nitro PDF Pro enables you to do. Hopefully you've seen the benefits of using this particular software. Again, I use it several times a week and sometimes more often than not, depending upon what it is I have to do. Now, generally speaking, if you were to purchase this software as a standalone, it would be around $180, at least the price. That's the price based upon the recording of this podcast. But there is a suite referred to as Settapp, and this is a suite devoted specifically for Mac and OS software that will enable you to have access to the Nitro PDF Pro, as well as over 240 different apps, all for an affordable monthly price. And depending upon if you want to have accessibility on just one device or multiple devices, it can range from anywhere between $10 to $15 a month, which I believe is a steal. I mean, if you were to imagine purchasing other softwares for Mac and that are included in the Settapp suite, you can find yourself paying several hundreds, if not $1,000, very, very easily. If there's something that interests you, I happen to be an affiliate of Settapp, and I'm an affiliate because I don't want to give the impression that somehow or another I'm not someone who uses the software that I'm talking about. I really, really enjoy the Settapp, and in the future, I'm going to be talking about more software available in the Settapp suite. But if it's something that interests you, feel free to use the QR code that you see here. I'll also have the link within the description, and you can try the software, the Settapp software, for 14 days and see if it's something that interests you. And again, it's available either on a monthly basis or an annual basis. And then one additional thing, I mentioned earlier about the fact that one of the pages that we looked at for today's exercise came from the a course, and it's a course that I have available for purchase. And if you go to courses.365christcenterleadership.com, you can get access to that course for an affordable price, and it's on podcasting with a purpose. So I'm hoping that on today you have a greater sense of what it's like to use Nitro PDF Pro and the benefits of using that. Check it out. I'm curious to see what you think about the software. Take care.